Guten Tag, my name is DMAT, and welcome to part 2 of my St. Louis Zoo trip. If you haven't seen part 1, go check it out. In the last video, we started going through Historic Hill with their herpetarium, built in the 1920s, along with a primate building and indoor aviary. These buildings use a Spanish style of architecture with Corinthian columns. Like I said, they are some of the oldest buildings at the zoo, and I love that the zoo maintained that history, with modern updates making it a better experience for the animals and guests. With the primate building, while a lot of their indoor habitats are empty and probably reserved for winter, their outdoor areas provide a much livelier experience. This is the Canopy Trail. This ground and elevated walkway is built for multiple species of monkeys and lemurs to climb, jump, forage, and above all, roam. The chutes and tunnels allow the zoo to rotate them out daily, giving them new experiences every time. We'll loop around to the last building of Historic Hill later, but first I wanted to visit Red Rocks. This corner of the zoo is home to their big cats, cranes, and a majority of the hoof stock. As you walk along the path, you see equines, bovines, antelope, goats, and cranes. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the zoo, as it has animals I've never photographed before, such as bentangs, Saurus cranes, Nile lechwe, and Somali wild ass. It also had familiar species like red kangaroos, giraffes, and zebras. One final part about Red Rocks is that by 2027, some of the animals may be relocated to the zoo's currently under construction Wildcare Safari Park. Looping back to Historic Hill, we come around to the Cypress Swamp. A historic flight cage originally built for the 1904 World Fair now displays egrets, ducks, and spoonbills. The third and final building of Historic Hill is their indoor aviary. Unlike the glass viewing of the primates and herpetarium, thin, spaced cables separate you from each bird's habitat. Like with other areas, this building features small and medium birds of the ground and trees. Circling back, we have the Insectarium. The focus of this building is to get guests close to the insects, arachnids, myriapods, and other invertebrates of the world, as well as showing their range in size, colors, and shapes, what makes them unique, and their importance in nature. There was also a bug lab and a walk-through butterfly habitat, which I didn't have time to film. Now, I'm skipping around for this final part, but we pay one last visit to the herpetarium. By this point, it was later in the afternoon, and I was able to see the building in more detail. It was cool, as I was able to see their rattlesnake and viper collection, and a downstairs hallway with tomostomas and giant tortoises. The zoo works to breed threatened vipers from around the world, as well as protecting their natural environment through funding efforts in the field. But with that, I think we're done here. Stay tuned for the third and final part where we wrap up this hectic trip. But I hope you enjoyed the video and will consider liking and subscribing to the channel, as well as following me on my other social media platforms. And share this video out to anyone who loves seeing historic buildings with modern updates, vast collections of exotic hoofstock, or just zoos and animals in general. I thank you all for watching, and remember, always be prepared, do good daily, and love nature. For your life is a canvas, and you have the brush. Auf Wiedersehen!